Alrighty, quick little update video for you guys. And it's now day 8, I believe. It's a little over 1 week of starting this challenge. And I want to note down some things. And by the way, for the future, this is how I kind of want to continue these sort of update videos. Not necessarily daily, because I found that to be not very sustainable. So instead, whenever something interesting happens or I've been noticing a trend or something, that's how I'm gonna update. Anyway, straight into the video. And the topic of this is, I feel like I'm at the point where I'm starting to lock in for this challenge. Like, for the first week, it was just rocky. It was mainly just like withdrawal, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was sincerely like missing all the dopamine shit, like scrolling, whatever. And that brings me to my next topic, which was actually a forced detox today, because the phone, the one I'm recording on right now, my main phone, was actually in for repairs today. So I couldn't bring it in to school or bring it anywhere. So I don't really use it much in school besides, YouTube checking, social media checking, especially at my like free time. But I didn't even have that today. I had this old phone. 1 second. This one. You could tell how dated it is just by looking at it. And the only thing I have installed on that is Spotify. And Spotify, I just have some downloaded albums, not even my playlist. So I can't just go to a song I've been earworming and just take that instant sort of dopamine, which honestly is how I use Spotify a lot of the time. Like, I start off with a song that's been stuck inside my head a lot, and I wasn't able to get that. Instead, I just had to sit there and listen to the whole album. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed that. Like, it felt weird, like, not doing anything in between classes, like chilling, because usually I would like check my messaging apps, whatever, in between classes. No, I didn't do any of that. I basically just sat down, did the work, and moved on. And if I completed the work, I would give myself a YouTube break. I think I only got one of those today because I had a lot of work, and then just like 15 minutes of YouTube. And yeah, the craving for dopamine has largely reduced, but it is still like quite prevalent. I'm not gonna lie. It's just been way easier to like look at that and say, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Especially with things like a good example is Instagram. Now, as I said, often I would just check this like during my breaks and whatever, check my messaging. But as today, I was forced not to. But often I have to look at that and make the choice. Like, yo, don't check that. Do something else. And it's still hard, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm starting to get in that groove of just saying, oh, no, it's not that time yet. And I honestly, like, love it. Like, it is genuinely amazing, that feeling of having so much control over yourself and being able to tell yourself what to do, because in this day and age, we're often just, you know that one image where it's like the dude using his phone and it's like brain spilling over the phone? Most people probably see it, and if not, you understand what I'm saying, right? We're controlled by our phones. Think about it. If you have your notifications on, I know most like Gen Zers don't have their notifications or silent mode on, but you hear that like ding, or you hear your like light flash up, your phone screen light up, you pick that up and look at it. 99% of the time, you are controlled by your phone, whether we like it or not. The time hits when you usually check your phone. I'll pick it up, check it. I mean, it's weird to think, but yeah, we are most of the time. And this challenge has really been helping me get back in control of that. So instead of coming home and being like, okay, usually I come home, eat my food, and take like an hour break before I get into my work and continue with the rest of the day. But today, I just came home, ate my food, and I already had the rest of the day planned out. Usually I just let it go based on like emotions, like, okay, I'm extra tired today, so a little bit more break. And I'm less tired today, so we could do more work. It's usually something like that. But today, nah. I sat down, I was like, I have tomorrow planned out. I have the rest of this week, like most of this week I have planned out, which is often just not a thing. That's my gym schedule in these days, I just have a certain amount of days. I say, okay, I want 5 days to be in the gym. Whichever one, when's legs, when's arms, I don't care. Just make it happen. And the other times you could rest or do cardio. I already had it planned out. And I honestly just love having that. Because for in my case, quite specific, I have a tournament on Sunday, I believe. So I have to practice and leave like 2 days before the tournament for rest, so I don't like wear myself out and whatnot. Because I learned that from last time, because that is what happened. So I planned it out, when I'm gonna practice, how much, how intense, what I'm gonna practice, and yeah, honestly, it just feels great. So premise of this, I'm starting to lock in, get more control of myself, and let me tell you, man, it is feeling amazing. And I'm thinking about taking this good old iPhone 5 back to school tomorrow, because honestly, I just loved like focusing on my work like so intensely. It was amazing. I loved it. And also it's fun. Like people looking at you be like, what the hell you got in your hands right now? Like it's funny because it's so weird, you never see it. And considering, like, it's not even half bad. Like, shout out Apple for making that thing, because it's like, I think 85 or 80%, and all I used it for is Spotify. Not a bad MP3 player. And I think that's what I'm gonna do again tomorrow. Anyways, a bit of a long video today, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Also, a little disclaimer, if you watch it this far, you get a special sneak peek. I'm doing a extra long video, like a super long, I want to say almost guide. And as I journal, I do my journals in my Apple Notes, right? And I label it with what week of self-improvement I'm on, because as I started self-improvement, I started gratitude journaling. So those two are correlated. And I recently hit my 100th week of self-improvement. So I'm going to make a huge video of everything I learned, basically a beginner's guide, like everything I learned. I'm just put it out there for y'all. And it's going to be a work in progress, so don't expect it by like the end of this week. But I do want to say I'm aiming for around 2 weeks from now. And I have a good amount of it planned out. All I gotta do is start recording and editing, because it is gonna be a gigantic video. Y'all are gonna have to take notes and everything. I'm super excited. Anyways, I'll see y'all. Peace.